Ladies and gentlemen, all my non-binary clients' relationship with me is only transactional, and today I kind of wanted to explain why I haven't been uploading Marvel Rivals content as much as I normally do, or at least upload anywhere near frequently as I usually do. And the truth is, I just don't enjoy making Rivals content as much as I used to. Well, a year ago when this launched, this was one of my favorite games, and I would have an absolute blast even just playing by myself, making friends along the way, like more recently. But even more recently, I find myself overall just hating the game. Hate is not the right word, just falling out of love with the game. Now, it's not to say that I just have given up because I suck, lol. Well, it's partly because of that. It's because I have gotten to a point where even in ranked, no matter what rank you get into, it is less so about the game and more so shit-talking the other team. It is who can play the better psychological warfare, which sounds really funny until it's reality. And it kind of goes in the same way with quick match, where I can't get into a quick match game without it just feeling super competitive or super toxic, right? And you could say, "Oh, just go back to Overwatch. Go back to Call of Duty." I didn't come from Call of Duty. I came from Team Fortress 2, like the unk I am. Does anyone else remember Predecessor? I don't. I never played it. But the point I'm trying to get at is Marvel Rivals isn't fun anymore because the game has just gotten stale. Marvel Rivals isn't fun anymore because the community sucked all the fun out of it. I can't go into a game without being berated for the character I picked. That's not to say I am the guardian angel. I've also flanked people for the character they picked, Black Widow and Cloak. And the one major thing that kind of ruined it for me was the tier list videos trending the moment they came out. And the tier list videos from Marvel Rivals are bound to get popular, right? Everyone wants to play the best character. Everyone wants to be the best, right? The problem is, speaking of Team Fortress 2 and other huge shooters, I find myself going back into older games from my childhood, like Team Fortress 2. And hot take, Paladins is kind of the better game than Overwatch. And as a Venom main, I love the buff they gave him. He now feels viable and actually holds weight as a tank. And that's kind of my problem with Rivals, is where the tanks don't feel like tanks. They feel more like just bullet sponges momentarily to hold the objective. And it's utterly apparent, at least in ranked, when you get to start getting good at a tank, like for example Groot, it is utterly apparent that Groot is a much better tank than Penny. And while I understand each tank serves a different functionality, Thor tanks a hell of a lot better than Thing, and they are both Brawl, which is kind of funny to me. I understand they gave Thing a rework. I don't know the new meta for Season 5. Maybe things are different. Maybe I'm talking out my ass now. But as of me coming out from Season 4.5, Daredevil is the best dive. Changed my mind. To kind of get to what I wanted to talk about in this video, what's the plan now? And as the Marvel Rivals YouTuber, it's got me thinking, I don't enjoy making content in this game. What do I do now? The only times I play Marvel Rivals is to make videos. That's gotten to a point with me where it's just kind of sad, and I don't enjoy the game. And it's gotten to a point where it's just not enjoyable, where I don't even want to make the content on the game. So I want to go back to what this channel was originally supposed to be about. Making videos on games that I actually cared about. Not only do I think this would be better for me and my mental health, I think this would be better overall for the quality of my videos. And as of the YouTube meta lately, you post one banger, let it marinate, upload it inconsistently, let that marinate, rinse and repeat. What I've kind of learned from this YouTube journey is that videos do better when they let simmer, right? If you don't have enough for leftovers and you just keep cooking, eventually the dish gets stale. You need a palate cleanser, you feel me? And while my numbers don't mean shit in terms of the YouTube algorithm, I want to try making more videos. I genuinely want to. It's just finding the motivation that I very much struggle with, especially with me being employed and my other friends being employed. This isn't to say that Marvel Rivals content is going to permanently stop. It's not. The nectar is just way too sweet not to extract. But I do want to step aside from Marvel Rivals, take a break, give myself a breather, you know, maybe for a season, right? I'm not saying maybe till season 6, maybe till season 5.5, right, with Rogue. And the kind of commitment I have right now is I don't want to actually play Rivals like that anymore until a new tank is added, because Emma Frost and Angela, they don't hit the same as Venom does. They don't hit the same as Thing does, or Mag, Strange, right? So I do have a plan, and I do have some alternatives to maybe not Marvel Rivals, maybe more other hero shooter-esque games. I've been thinking about doing some more Team Fortress 2. That's a game I'm already familiar with. That's a game I already enjoy playing. I've thought about doing some Deadlock now that I've had access to the game. Hell, I've even thought about going back to my old roots way back when and starting doing horror games again. Everyone loves that. I've even also thought about just taking some of the old live streams from the old channel and re-uploading them on here. If you guys would like to see that, Squeaker Me and some of the old live streams just cut down and condensed, you know, I'd be more than happy to do that. I've wasted a lot of your time already. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you made it this far, you might as well like and subscribe. Tell me what you guys think in the comments, and this is Plaguewave, guys, signing off. Peace.